Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. This is an interview with MrDalekJD and I from GAMESCOM 2015. It was a while ago now that the event actually happened, but it took me ages to get clearance and so I couldn't post the video until now. Sorry about that, enjoy. Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. I'm joined today by MrDalekJD.
Hello.
And we're going to be talking basically about Gamescom as a whole, because we've been here since Tuesday, it's now Friday. So we're going to go through the individual days and then we're going to talk a bit about Black Ops 3 Zombies. And that hasn't been shown on the show floor, but we've still got some interesting intel to bring you guys.
Yes.
I'm going to shut the door. So, Tuesday, we flew in, right?
Yep.
Nice flight?
Yeah, like an hour long.
Yeah,
like
pretty good
really
stuff.
Feel it. I kind of like shut my eyes and thought we were already in flight.
Right,
and we're actually on the runway for like 20 minutes.
Yep, that happened.
I thought we were in the air. I was like, what the hell?
We were doing a lot of bumping around on the runway as well.
Yeah, we were, yeah.
That was a bit weird. But yeah, so Tuesday we got in around 10 o'clock. It was around 10?
Yeah.
No, the flight was at 10.
No, we got in at 10.
We got in at 10, there you go. And then later that day we played Black Ops 3 multiplayer.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Really fun.
Yep.
They basically brought like the E3 build, but they have like new weapons in there, like a new SMG called like the Razorback. They've got like I think either 1 or 2 new shotguns. They've got 2 new snipers. They've got a new assault rifle, M8A7, which is pretty damn sick.
Beast, it's so good.
No new specialists.
Nope.
And they've nerfed and buffed some stuff.
Yeah, so there's been balance changes, but it's a very similar build to the ones that we've seen previously.
Pretty much, yeah. It looks identical from
look.
If you've not really played it, you'll think they're identical, but I mean, I notice little differences. Like when you get score, it flashes up a little bit different.
Yeah, so there are a couple of changes like that. So we played Black Ops 3 multiplayer, that happened, and then a little later in the day, the Black Ops 3 Zombies intel began in sort of a little bit. We'll explain more in a moment, because we met Jason Blundell, or Blundell. Jason Blundell.
I don't know which one he prefers.
I think Blundell.
Yeah, Blundell.
I think he said that, and he is basically the guy. Out of all the Zombies guys,
he's the one you want to talk to.
Exactly, he's literally he's the guy, I can say no more. So, he basically is the lead designer? Director, studio director?
Lead director of Zombies and Campaign.
Basically, he's the guy at the top of Campaign and Zombies pretty much. Obviously, he has his bosses, but he's the guy.
He is kind of a boss.
Take our word for it. He is a boss, yeah.
He might be watching this right now.
He may well be. Hi, Jason.
Hello.
How you doing? Yeah, so we met you, Jason, on Tuesday evening, and they surprised us.
Oh, they did.
With some sweet stuff, and myself and John will both have videos up on that, so you can check it out, because it was cool. We got some Black Ops 3 Zombies related swag that I am very proud to own.
Yes, and we're going to keep it in perfect condition.
Yes.
No crinkles ever.
Exactly. Yes. So that happened Tuesday evening. Then Wednesday, we got in a little later. We had quite a late night because we stayed up talking to Jason for like 7 hours.
Like, we met him at 10 PM.
Yep.
I assumed it was going to be like, you know, he'd say hello to us, he'd surprise us, talk for a little bit, and then probably go at like maybe 10:30 or maybe 11. But this was all Jason's decision to stay with us until 4:30 in the morning, talking about all things zombies.
Yeah, so we'll get onto that in a second. Let's run through the rest of Wednesday. So Wednesday we got in a bit later because of that late night. We sort of chilled out, I think.
Yeah, pretty chilled out.
Did a couple of things. Played some Skylanders.
Oh yeah, we played quite a lot of Skylanders.
Got a Skylanders gift that was a little peculiar.
And you definitely got a surprise.
I definitely did.
You got yours.
So just to fill you guys in, I was on Skype with a mate. I just got out of the shower, so I was in that state you are in when you're out of the shower and you don't have particularly much attached to your body. So I was like that, and a friend of mine on Skype's like, hey Milo, not in like a video call by the way, in text, right, before you get any ideas. He's like, Milo, knock knock, someone's coming to the door with a flag. And I was like, you what, mate? Ended up about 30 seconds later having a knock on the door, so I'm like pulling clothes on, like, oh my goodness, what the hell's going on? And they gave us a flag and a little Skylander model.
It's an exclusive.
Yeah, 2015 event model. Pretty cool stuff. But
if I'm not a Skylanders.
Yeah, I'm not a Skylanders guy, but it was a nice gesture nonetheless. Then Thursday, again. Oh well, Wednesday we talked more with Jason, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was cool. More on that in a moment.
Yeah.
Thursday was pretty damn chill. Had quite a nice night out. That was good.
Yeah, it was nice. Little Activision booth party as well. Got to play more. Didn't get to play.
I played some Destiny.
Yeah, I played some Destiny.
That was fun.
Guitar Hero.
Yep.
Don't know if we could play CoD.
You played quite a lot of Guitar Hero.
Oh, I did, yeah.
He was in there for quite a while. I've actually got a video that I'm going to splice in now of a little moment that happened while you were playing Guitar Hero. Something to do with your headset. Do you remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have that recorded from afar. That will be going in now. Now that you're back from that little trip to the past,
that hurt.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
a
sure.
lot of force on
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
There's more force than I expected.
there must have
It
been.
threw me forward.
So let's cut to the chase, okay? Black Ops 3 Zombies, right? We've got Shadows of Evil and we've got the Giant. Straight off the bat, which are you most excited for? That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say the Giant purely because it's like the Reese.
Yep.
But after talking with Jason a little bit,
Yep.
views have kind of changed a little bit.
Really?
Only because
Okay.
he spoke a lot more about Shadows of Evil and how the Giant was seeming in a way just to kind of set things up.
It's like... I'm already thinking about many things at once. The Giant, it seems, because it is a direct continuation from Origins, as Treyarch said a couple of times, it seems like that is going to be the sort of route which pushes us into this Black Ops 3 storyline, this arc that they're planning. I don't know where it's going to go or anything like that, neither does John, but I do want to make it clear right now, before we go any further, that Jason was not telling us what's going to happen. He wouldn't leak anything. I wouldn't want him to.
He's not allowed to.
Yeah, that. He wouldn't want to as well.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to because we don't want it spoiled.
Yeah, so just to clear that up, we don't know anything that you don't know in terms of Black Ops 3 Zombies. What we do know is weird little things that they've done like over the years to change their design perspective and things like that. So there's talk, for example, of, I asked Jason about some old maps. I was like, hey Jason, how many maps are in the bin? And he was like, you what, mate? He basically said that there were, 4 maps from World at War that were canned and then were sort of integrated into Black Ops 1. Right, so you got Kino, the theatre, that was called Theatre,
and Call of the Dead, which was Cove.
There you go, that was Cove, yeah, I think that was the name for it. And then there was a moonish sort of one, and then there was Paris. Paris, man. Those Parisian catacombs.
Only that was, if that actually existed, I think that would probably be like one of the better maps.
I've got a question for you right now.
Okay.
Any location, Black Ops 3 Zombies map, where do you want it? Any location. Because you've got the sort of cliches like Atlantis, Egypt.
Egypt's a very popular one.
Uranus. Moving on.
Well, anyway, I'd go on a limb and say maybe like Tokyo, because like they have like lots of like technology.
Cool,
like, they're advanced compared to like anywhere else.
How about like feudal Japan? Like back in the day. In the day. Like
real Shinonuma zombies.
Oh man, can you imagine if they... So there's a little promotional item that was here at Gamescom, which I have a video on, right? And it's got Mob of the Dead zombies in the foreground, and the Shinonuma hut in the background. Makes no sense. It's super weird. Jason told me that we shouldn't read too much into it, so I'm giving you that information now. Don't get too carried away with that piece of info. But, I mean, we talked about so much stuff with him, didn't we?
Yeah.
Was there anything that really stood out to you as being like, wow, just...
There was so much spoken. It's hard to remember.
It's
everything.
True. I mean, I've got my little notebook over here.
And I've got some notes on my phone.
Yeah, we've got like stuff written down. It's pages and pages of stuff in this little notebook. I mean, we talked about. So I've been sort of working with the community to try and get some feedback to give to Jason. And I've been planning it for like 6 months. I've been doing loads and loads of it. Anytime I ask someone like, "What do you think of zombies?" It's for that, and I basically gave him a load of feedback about so much stuff, and
so much stuff I didn't even remember or realise.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there.
Were things that are concerns or like things that were good. Yeah.
And the thing that I loved so much about the time we spent with him, he spent a lot of time with us. He really was welcoming.
Like, he went out of the way, like pure decision by him to spend like adding up probably about over 12 hours. 12 hours in the space of 2 days.
It was nuts.
With 2 run of the mill again.
I don't know about run of the mill. Let's not go that far.
No, but 2 very.
It's like YouTubers are so external from that whole world. And it's just like he just gave us the time. It was awesome, and he really made it obvious that he was listening to what we were saying.
Oh yeah.
Like there was stuff that John would say about like I didn't like this or I did like this, and the same for me. And he was like, okay, that's a fair point. I'll take that on board.
He'd understand where we're coming from, because everything he's saying is from a dev point of view, which is very, very interesting to like hear that viewpoint. But then also to hear our viewpoints as well, as just typical, as like players that actually play the game like avidly.
And another thing I noticed as well with him is that we would say something like, "Oh, I didn't like X," and he'd be like, "Well, good."
Because they put that in because they don't want to make it too easy. And if there's nothing that you don't like, it kind of, I don't know, it will get a bit bland, wouldn't it? If you like absolutely everything and there was nothing that you didn't like. They add stuff, not because they know it's bad, but in a way
to challenge the player.
In a way to piss you off.
Sort of, but not to do it with no reason. There's always a reason behind it. I talked to him about the Shadows of Evil trailer, right? And you got those alien-looking things. They're not aliens, okay? I'm telling you. He said, quote me on this. They're not extinction aliens. You can chill, all right? And I was like, why are they the same color then? Like, obviously I don't think they're extinction aliens, but it's a bit of a weird choice, right? And he basically said that as you analyze the color palette of Shadows of Evil, he was like going on about histograms that he had of different areas and the colors.
Like, they didn't just pick the extinction like brown color because they thought, oh, it's an alien, it looks like extinction, so we'll just pick that.
Exactly.
This stuff's been like looked at thoroughly. Like looking at every single like shade of color to find what works.
And they were like, what is the color that pops the most, that makes you see the thing, and really just super interesting stuff for us because you don't think about that as a player. You're like,
you just see it. You take it for face value, but you don't. You never really would even begin to think about
all the little processes behind
things.
it. Cool stuff. We are running sort of short on time. Do you have any closing thoughts that you'd like to add about Black Ops 3 Zombies or Gamescom 2015?
Gamescom 2015 was very, very fun.
Yes, it really was. It's been amazing.
In terms of like playing like Black Ops 3 and just experiencing it, without a doubt, one of the best like gaming things I've been to. The fact that we met Jason. We met Jason. I've spoken to Vaughn. I've spoken to a lot of the guys that work on just all sorts of facets of not only Call of Duty but Destiny, work at Activision. I'd like to say thank you to Activision for actually bringing us out here. It's so nice of them to do stuff like that and allow us to talk to the community in this way. Or rather, not the community, the devs, the opposite of the community. Which we can then feed back to the community.
Exactly. It's so good. So I think myself and John are probably going to be doing some more things over the next couple of days, potentially, on sort of stuff that we learned from Jason and things that he would like the community to know that we will then be the sort of mouthpieces for. And I think that pretty much wraps it up. So thank you for watching. I think that's pretty much a good place to end it. So I've been MrRoflWaffles. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, leave a like. If you haven't, let me know why in the comment section down below. And as always, you're gonna do the hand movements where you're just like, wait. Big fish, little fish, small zombie, big zombie. Oh, that's, we could, cameras, guys. I've got a camera right there. That's why I'm saying cameras. Cameras, guys. I've been MrRoflWaffles. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. John, any final words?
Zombies.
Hey, zombies. All right, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Cool.